Welcome everybody to another episode of A&M Political Views. We are your hosts for this evening, Aviance Watts.
And I'm Michelle Tyson.
Okay, everybody. All right. I know last episode we covered how the CDC has starting to become a little lenient on, the mask wearing and, fully vaccinated people are getting to the chance to be, they're lifting the mandate basically. But now, as of last night, they just announced effective today, which is Saturday, May 15th, 2021. Michigan has just released another mask mandate. Well, just lifted somewhat the mask mandate. Um, as I said, last episode, schools and offices, you don't really have to wear a mask, but in indoors, like crowded stuff like hospitals, buses, stuff like that, you do still have to wear a mask, and that's for fully vaccinated people. Now, the businesses, now you can do one of three things. You can either put up a sign that, and they consider it a good faith effort. You can either put up a sign that says that okay, only unvaccinated people must wear a mask in this establishment. I'm just using a restaurant as an example. Um, or they can number two, they can ask the customer, "Have you been vaccinated?" And they can take it from there.
How would they know if people have been
That's why it's called a good faith effort. Oh. You see what I'm saying?
Basically, in other ways, they finna give us the opportunity to get vaccinated and show proof, and then otherwise, if y'all go around here lying, well, no, I'm just saying if they go around here lying and saying, oh, they got vaccinated just so they don't have to wear a mask, then sooner or later, it's going to be mandated that you have to show those cards to prove that you vaccinated. Speaking of that, I got to find out where mine is because I know I got it somewhere around this house.
And the third one,
soon we're going to need them.
I mean, they may not. Because the third option,
people gonna lie.
The third option, because before I go to the third option, but you still got some people who believe in wearing the mask too.
Yeah, because I still wear mine.
Right, you vaccinated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, you still got a lot of those, so it'll balance out. But the third option, you can just require people just to wear a mask altogether, vaccinated or not. And when they say fully vaccinated, they mean by 2 weeks out of your second dose.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks out of your first dose from Johnson & Johnson, or whichever one you took your vaccination from. But so the other thing is the workers at a restaurant, they don't really have to, they still have to wear wear their mask too.
And their gloves.
Yeah, and the gloves, and follow the regular guidelines and everything. So that's kind of the new mask mandate, and that's for places like restaurants and stuff. I was just using restaurants as an example. You don't have to wear. You if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. They lifting that. The capacity, they still haven't. Everything is still remains the same. So far as capacity wise. Now in high school sports, they also lifted the mandate of wearing masks from for the spring sports like let's say soccer, lacrosse, stuff like that. And not to mention, in fact, Governor Whitmer, she already.
So is it just for the athletes or the parents too?
Okay, well, yeah, that too. It's for the spectators, coaches, staff, and people like that. They don't have to wear a mask. Fully vaccinated.
Oh, okay, fully vaccinated.
Yeah, but the capacity, remember at one point it was like 350 per, whatever, not per, but the capacity wise now it's up to 1,000. Oh, wow. Yeah, so
that's too many people. Okay,
so it is up to 1,000. And outdoor, you don't have to. Student athletes don't have to wear masks. Again, like for soccer, lacrosse, and stuff like that, track and field, and stuff like that. They not.
Baseball.
Yeah. As of right now, the spring sports, they don't have to wear a mask. It's not required, pretty much. And that, like I said, that goes for coaches, staff, and the spectators. They still haven't lifted the limit on um, the capacity limit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right now, as of right now, they starting to lift the mandates of them. And like I say, in fact, Governor Whitmer, she is actually um she's predicting to lift the mask mandate fully by July 1st, which is kind of interesting because again, we was just a couple weeks ago, well, about a month ago, we was leading and this is just for Michigan. I'm not even speaking for other states. I'm just speaking for Michigan. I mean, we was leading the nation, one of the top five, the top five states with the highest cases and stuff like that. But I mean, now it's like we lifting it as if it was, you know,
Non-existent in
yeah,
the first
non-existent.
place.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy, y'all. But either way, I mean, at the same time, I still, either way, whether it's no mask or whatever, I still encourage everybody to still take care of the hygiene, keep your hands washed,
Mm-hmm.
sanitize, stuff like that. Even if you decide not to wear a mask, still let's keep up on our hygiene, because
So at least stay 6 feet away.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
telling you, now come around me, you ain't got no mask. And if I'm not doing an interview, and 9 times out of 10, I'm doing an interview, we like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
no. I only
yeah,
take my mask off for them interviews. Because other than
yeah.
that, no.
But
Crazy.
and the other thing, um the ones who are not required to wear a mask is those who are 2 years and younger, or those who have not who pretty much medically can't tolerate wearing a mask. Their breathing might be kind of short or what have you. So those are the
So people
people.
like with asthma.
Yeah, stuff like that, and people who are actively drinking or eating in an establishment. Those are the ones who are not required to wear a mask.
Well, you can't eat with the mask on anyway, so of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
That's common sense right
yeah.
there.
So
Whenever you get done eating, put your mask back on, especially if
mhm,
it's a lot of people. I would suggest it. I mean, everybody kind of getting relaxed about COVID and not
mhm,
really, taking the time to make sure we are at least sanitizing behind one another.
mhm.
Um, it ain't going away, y'all. It's not going away totally. Just because they're leading us back into some normalcy. I think it's only
Yeah.
because they want us to take down some of the stress levels and some of the mental states that have
Mhm,
occurred during the pandemic because a lot of people,
mhm,
a lot of mental illnesses has come awry
mhm. And
during
like I
this
say, the
time.
numbers are low. Like last episode, we did the numbers. We did some calculations, and it was still under 0.05, 0.03%. So I guess that's a step in the right direction, y'all. But yeah, I'm happy we are moving back to some type of normalcy. Like Michelle was just saying, that is a good thing that we
Hmm.
are moving, but we still should be careful with and not just with COVID, with anything, y'all, with
Right.
anything, because at the same time, um, a lot of people, they don't want to return to work, and some are still using it as an excuse to not return to work. And that's kind of, what I'm saying. Really, right now, I mean, if you look around, that's all you see in is now hiring signs.
Yes.
You
Everywhere
know,
you go, it's a now hiring sign.
hmm
And it's crazy because it's like that unemployment has everybody gotten so
relaxed
lazy
and
and
lazy.
relaxed.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a temporary solution for a temporary problem, you
they
guys.
riding that wave right now.
But
They really riding
ooh,
that
excuse me, you
wave
guys, I'm
right
sorry.
now. They riding that wave, man.
Really are. I mean, oh my goodness. I can't, I've never thought I would say this, but I can't wait until he takes it away because,
Because that's all you hear now is business owners and companies complaining about you can't find nobody to work.
but
I mean, they
again,
can't find nobody
companies
to
need
work.
to realize you are not going to get people to work, especially after this now. Y'all gonna have to pay, come out them pockets. And I
Mm,
mean, true, I'm if you really, 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 really want good workers, you're gonna have to pay them.
hmm
I mean,
More than what they're getting right now.
right, because that little $12, $13,
Mm-mm.
$14,
Nah,
that's not
nah.
making it because the economy has went up.
Yeah, the cost of living.
Cost of living has
Yeah,
went up drastically. I mean, you cannot pay rent on $14 an hour. You
no,
barely can do it on 15.
no,
So
no, no, no.
therefore, if you guys really, really want some good workers, you're gonna have to pay them people, even
Mm-hmm.
down to the fast food. And I really, really feel sorry for the fast food workers because I just got out of it. And I know for a fact that if you are not in management, you're not making no money unless you getting overtime. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you might, with everything opening back up now, it's gonna be crazy to
Mm-hmm.
get that overtime. So
Mm-hmm.
you guys, I'm begging for you, restaurant owners, these fast food chains.
Y'all got a
Y'all
match,
got
or
that
you pay more.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all gotta
y'all got
pay.
that
Y'all
money.
gotta pay.
Come out y'all pockets because them people work hard. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell you, they deal with rude customers who are in bad moods. They don't get tips. They
Mm-hmm.
they they are taught, those most cashiers are taught they gotta say please and thank you, smile when
At
they
all
don't,
times,
at all times.
customers always
I
right.
mean, and the customer is all right. I mean, and during this pandemic, I know what type of customers come through,
Mm-hmm.
especially during the evening. Is
Mm-hmm.
they're demanding. I mean, it's like you don't get it. Some people barely have the means to get to work
Yeah, and
that work
then
in
on
those
top of that,
restaurants.
gas prices then shot up. It's a shortage on
Yes.
gas. Come on, y'all.
And then y'all coming in there being rude, just expecting
uh,
them to be perfect and they're not perfect. And you
yeah.
got to remember, y'all out here spending money like it ain't nothing, which
Mm-hmm.
means these fast food restaurants, shoot, they barely can keep inventory the way
Mm-hmm.
y'all spending.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all spending the money,
Y'all
but
consuming.
yeah,
Yeah.
this consuming demand is like, wow, it's
Yeah.
incredible in
Yeah.
the fast food industry right
Yeah.
now.
Ain't nobody working. Everybody getting served. Ain't
Right.
nobody served.
I mean, the fast food chains making money. That's all I can say right now. They making, and
Mm-hmm.
I know they making buku money. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's a good in field to get into right now. If you into
Mm-hmm.
restaurants and you want to own one, get you.
Yeah, and
Hey,
see that's the thing. I mean, I know people didn't got enough money to either have as a cushion to when they ready to enter the work world, back into the work world. That's a nice little cushion to have, a couple thousand. So I know y'all got a couple thousand, or use those couple thousand to invest. One or the other. I mean, other than
definitely.
that, I mean, because a lot of people just balling, living their best life. I understand, because a lot of people ain't had that much. I know a lot of people ain't never had that much money in their life.
And I'm telling y'all, once all this is over and everything starts going
Everybody
down,
gonna be back to scrambling for jobs and
Yes,
coming.
and these jobs are changing. Even for a
Mm-hmm.
part-time job, they want a degree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, things are changing just for a
Mm-hmm.
part-time job, and it's crazy. And before y'all go on this black and white issue, it ain't just black folks that's getting turned down for these jobs with degrees.
Yeah.
Because I know some white folks. This is how this conversation came up. I know some white folks that don't have a degree, but they got that experience, and
Mm-hmm.
they still got shut down because
Mm-hmm.
of the simple fact they don't have a degree. So things
Mm-hmm.
are changing. Y'all might want to wise up a little bit and, hey, like I
Mm-hmm.
said in the last episode, knowledge is power. Y'all gonna have to wise up.
Mm-hmm.
Times is changing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't start paying attention to it, we're gonna get lost in the shuffle. So we try to come on here and make sure y'all don't get lost in the shuffle. But on another note, you guys, I want to talk about something today. It's kind of it's a newsworthy story, but not really a story. We want to talk about homelessness a little bit today.
Mm,
Um, even the pandemic has hit us really, really hard, you guys. And today I had the pleasure of meeting someone um, who has been helping the homeless since December here in Muskegon.
mm.
Um, through the winter time, and we know that this past winter was extremely, extremely cold.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this,
it was.
yeah, this guy, his name is Mark Pavaletti. I hope I say his name right because he is a sweet old man. But he doesn't sell his pancakes. He gives his pancakes away.
Oh, the guy on
Yes,
okay,
Seventh and
okay, yeah,
Broadway.
yeah, yeah.
But the thing of it is, he ends up feeding lots of the homeless right here within our community.
Mm,
Um, and I was just kind of today listening to the stories and listening to, his girlfriend Cindy,
mm,
and we were sitting there talking. She said, "Michelle, we get a lot of guys from the mission that come here."
mm.
She was like, "But you know what?" She said they get put out at a certain time in the morning,
Cause they gotta
and
go job hunting and
yeah, they
stuff
gotta
like
go
that.
job hunting. She said,
Yeah,
"But you know what? A lot of them
don't
they
really got nowhere to go.
don't have nowhere to go take
So
a
after they
shower.
done job hunting, yeah, where they gonna go to
Yeah,
take a shower, get
they
something to
don't
eat?
have any clothes. They don't
Mm.
have the funds to even get to
A to
some of
B
these places to
to
get to
job
these
interview.
jobs."
Yeah.
So,
Mm,
it just really touched my heart and my soul today because I'm like, wow,
mm.
I didn't really realize it was
That tight
that
out here.
tight.
And
Sometimes
what people go really
when,
go through.
yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
when we get on our feed and we done got established to where we going,
We
we
forget
forget
about the people
about the
behind us.
people behind us. And
Mm-hmm.
that's something I never really want to do. I never want to forget anyone behind me
Mm-hmm.
because I've been in their shoes before. And if you haven't struggled in their path before, you
You
don't
can't
understand. Yeah, you
empathize
you
and you can't
can't.
even,
So
yeah.
with me, I really understood and I really was sympathetic to a lot of the stories that I heard today. So I really want to stress this fact about homelessness right here in Muskegon County. Yes, we have a mission, yet a men's mission. We have a shelter
Every
for
woman's
every
place.
woman's place, and we do have a women's mission also. But you guys, a lot of those people, they don't fit the criteria or the requirements to get in some of those places. So with that
Mm-hmm.
being said, they get left out in the cold. And me and Aviance was just talking about how people actually live outside in the wintertime and how they survive. There are actually people who live outside in the wintertime right here within our own place. You know, and like I said, this pandemic has really, really changed a lot of things for a lot of people. So I want us to be more mindful of the homeless people out here within the streets. And a lot of the times, people aren't here out here homeless because they out here on drugs or they alcoholic. Sometimes these people have stories, whether they're vets and
Mm-hmm.
they came home
With
and
no type of
have
support or
no,
nothing like
yeah,
whatsoever.
or they have a mental
Mm-hmm.
disability to where it's not major, but it's enough to drive them away from the family to where the family don't want to
Won't
accept
accept
them.
them. Mm-hmm.
So we need to be really mindful of these people on the street. Stop turning your nose up and get to know a person. Be- you
Mm-hmm.
know um like I said,
Cause it get cold in Michigan
yes,
to be
it
homeless.
really does.
I
It
mean,
really
that's what we
does.
was talking about earlier. Cause I was telling her like, how is it homeless people? And she was like, you just don't know. Oh, it is. Because Michigan is cold. I mean, Michigan get real cold in like January, February, around that year. Yeah.
Hmm.
You get to the point you be like, I feel for anything that's outside right now.
Yes. And so, you guys, wintertime is coming around the corner real soon. Um, I got a wonderful idea coming up. Um, and I hope when I reach out to a couple of people, I hope you guys jump aboard with this because I think it's something that's really needed within Muskegon County. Um, And I think we can start seeing a change if we all chip in and make the solution. You know, everybody always says, "What do we do? What do we do?" So when people start coming up with solutions, whether or not it's a solution you like or not, at least try that solution because you never know, that solution just might work.
Be the
You
solution
know, that just might be that solution.
to another solution.
Yes. So at least try that solution.
Mm,
So for the homeless, yes, definitely got something planned. Um,
the homeless won't be homeless no more.
I ain't gonna say they won't be homeless
Over
no more,
time,
but you know, we
that's the
at
goal.
least want to get them something so they can get started in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely, you guys. I just wanted to touch base on homelessness today, because when Mark said he, you know, because he doesn't really stay here. I forgot where he said he Blighton, Bluffton. I think it's where he said he stays, and he actually allows the homeless to come inside and take
His
showers.
career.
Yes,
No, that's what's up.
and
Mm-hmm.
when he told me that, I was like, wow. You know,
That's
I
what's up.
can't do it anymore because I have a grandbaby and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But you know, I did allow some people on the streets, you know, to come in, take showers.
Mm-hmm.
Females, of course, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm. It's really like back in the day. If you think about it, back in the day when a lot of people started coming up from the south for work, they it was people that rented rooms. You know, that was like places a lot of people could go,
hmm
showers and stuff like that. But it's amazing how many people just don't have a place to stay,
And with a
don't
lot of
have
the
a place.
buildings, you know, everything is
Yeah,
tore
yeah,
down, and
yeah.
you know, housing is scarce for real, for real. And then you got
Mm-hmm.
people that already in place. You know, nowadays, right now, it's hard to find a house. Period. So people are not
Mm-hmm.
moving; they are staying stationary because they're scared of COVID, and you know, they just stationary right now. So it's a lot of people being left out in the cold.
Literally.
Yes. So, you know, I just wanted to say, you know, everybody, let's be mindful of the
Yeah,
homeless. You
yeah,
know,
because you'll
is
be amazed on how many people are actually homeless
yes, and you never know,
around you because and it's people that you may know at one point in time they were homeless. You know what I'm saying? They might be living a good life or doing whatever, and they may not even have a blemish of no type of trace of them being homeless.
hmm
But you know what I'm saying? Like it could be that one, and you could if you sat and talked to them and listened to them, they might fall under that category. Like, yeah, I was homeless at one point. You be like, yeah, right, you was homeless.
right?
You never know, you never know. And they got that one push. They got that one push that they needed to get over the hump, and after that, they was off and running.
Because a lot of times, all we need is just that one person to believe in us and have
Yeah,
faith in us,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that one person
yeah.
can change your whole life.
Mm-hmm,
You know, encouragement comes a long way
mm-hmm,
to somebody that really is appreciative to it.
mm-hmm.
So you gotta, you really gotta think about that sometime. You
Yeah,
know, we spend more time
and it's mostly
putting
men.
people down than we do
Mm-hmm,
encouraging. You
mm-hmm.
know, we need to start really encouraging.
And uplifting,
Yes,
our fellow people, because that's one of our biggest downfalls. We in competition with each other, and we are our biggest enemy. You know what
definitely.
I'm saying? We kill each other, we downplay each other when we see the next person of color excelling in some type of way. We downplaying. We want to bring up their past. We want to talk about how they used to be. I mean, people. I
hmm
mean, people don't realize like when Jesus was in the hood. I mean, when Jesus was born. I mean, in his neighborhood, it was hard for them to accept his works because they knew him. I mean, they felt like they knew him and they didn't accept nothing but him just being little Jesus from the hood. He had to leave and go into a whole nother circle.
Like we talked about the other
Yeah,
day.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
we
Like we
just
talked
talked
about.
about that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, but he had to get uplifted. I mean, once they uplifted him, believed in him, had faith in him, and stuff like that, then he was able to do his works. and that apply to us too. Nowadays, in everyday life, we got to uplift each other and believe in each other anyway.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? To just, I mean, because okay, being in the school system, one thing I learned is when you talk to kids, is sometimes, sometimes it is a time to really put your foot down, but for the most part, just when you see them just walking up the hall, if you see kids just walking up the hall, just doing exactly what they supposed to do, acknowledge that. Don't just speak on them when they're doing something bad all the time.
Right.
A lot of times it is good to say, "Good job, man. You're doing a real good job." And they like, "I am. I ain't even think." But they'll continue to do that. And I mean, because if a child grew up, he or she, let's say it was a girl, and she grew up being told she was beautiful her whole life, she gonna think in her mind she beautiful. But if she was being told she was ugly, you so ugly, with your little ugly self. All her
Mm-hmm.
life growing up, in her mind, she ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got
She
to be
dumb,
careful what we
or
say to
yeah,
these
we got to, yeah,
kids.
life and death
Really
is in the
do.
power of the tongue. We
Yeah,
got to be careful with what we speak into these kids' lives and what we speak on them.
definitely. So if you
I
walking around
mean,
here cursing in front of them, calling them
yeah,
little bees, and
yeah, and that's just everyday
it's
people too. I mean, just as opposed to man, he's so tripped out. He a clown. Nah, come
mm,
on, man. I mean, I ain't gotta say you gotta walk up to him and bow down to his feet, but man, I see what you're doing, man. That's what's up.
yeah. It's a
You know,
simple
I like your
encouragement.
shoes, man. Something to, because we all need it. We all need it to an extent. We all need some type of upliftment and some type of compliment, some type of smile, some type of something just to get us through the day, and just to, and like I say, you never know. That's probably that was something that was the only thing we needed that day.
Yeah, a simple hello or hey, how you doing?
You know?
You'd be like, dang, okay.
Yeah.
That's sometimes that's all they needed.
Yeah. But we gotta uplift each other, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Other than that, because we are biggest competition, and then we in competition with everybody else at the same time. So we in competition with each other, and then we in competition with, the others. I just
Right.
say that. I leave it at that. But yeah, do we got any announcements we gotta make?
Of course, tomorrow is Sunday, so don't forget, tomorrow is chess day for NAACP, Sherman Bowling Alley, 5 to 7, of course, every Sunday, unless it's a holiday. But
Is that
please come
chess?
on out. Yep, that's for chess. Please come on out and join us. And the following Sunday is going to be Bring a Friend Day for Chess Day. So I need all my kids that are current right now to go ahead and bring a friend, and let's increase our NAACP youth.
Oh,
Taking back Muskegon. Oh
uh,
my God, I almost forgot. I'll let you do this one.
no, I did it last time. I'll do it. Don't forget, y'all, June 7th is our kickoff for our summer youth program and the projects. Got address yet?
I went to the project and did not get it. I
But
did.
it's in the project, y'all. June 7th, all through the summer, started actually, our kickoff is June 7th from 12 to 2.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna have a nice little kickoff. We're gonna have activities, refreshments, bounce house, all that good stuff. So feel free to bring your kids out, so they can enjoy themselves. That, and we also gonna use that as an day to register your kids to be able to attend the summer youth program also. So we're gonna have registration forms ready for you guys. If parents cannot attend, we can. The plan is to send the kids home with the registration form. If it don't make it home, you can still come back up. I mean, they can still come and enjoy themselves for the kickoff. And that's pretty much the intro to what we're gonna be doing and letting them know who we are. They can, it's almost like a meet and greet also. So yeah, don't forget June 7th. And in the projects again, next episode, so we had the exact address. But if you want from Muskegon Heights area, you know what the projects at. It's
Right.
gonna be in.
Everybody know where the center is. So make sure you come out, everybody that's in the projects, because basically this program is going to be geared for the kids in the projects,
Ages 7 to 10 years
ages 7
old.
to 10, of course, from 12 to 2. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to either inbox Aviance or myself, and we will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Also, if you want to know about more about Taking Back Muskegon, please feel free to go check out the website, takingbackmuskegon.com,
Got a
business
phone
site.
number too.
And we also have a phone number, 616-422-7512. And you can either one of us answer the call. So just please feel free to call us at any time. And if we don't answer right away, we will call you back
Yeah.
as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Again,
I'm so excited. I'm
yes,
excited about this one,
yes,
y'all. This summer we're
and
gonna have some fun, man.
yes.
We're
And
gonna
we
have some
want to
fun.
say thank you, first of all, to the Housing Commission for giving us this opportunity to show what Taking Back Muskegon has to offer, especially to our youth within our community. So we want to really say thank you, thank you, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. So, well, I think that's it for us tonight.
Yeah, I do too. All right, y'all.
Have a good evening,
That's
you
another
guys.
episode of A&M Political Views. We are your host, Aviance Watts.
And I'm Michelle Tyson.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. We're gonna have the address next time. Y'all have a good night.
Bye, you guys.
How long is that, nigga?